fam, my beautiful, wonderful, sweet fam. I want to share something with you that has everything to do with transformation. Now, we know that in this community, we are all in the process of being transformed by the renewing of our minds. That is not something that ever stops. You are going to experience transformation until the day you leave here, okay? And even the Bible talks about how we'll all be changed and things like this when we encounter Jesus, right? So I want to share a transformation awakening, a revelation that I just experienced. I have to share this with y'all, all right? So I took a little stop and got myself some coffee and decided that I was going to work on some content. And so I began to create designs for my brand. I just decided out of the blue that I was going to let me just experiment with some different designs for my Pray On Point Pay Hip store, for my Jackline brand, and for my Breakthrough Haven Pay Hip store, which is the store that promotes my books. Okay. So I'm just sitting here and I'm just creating these different designs. And then I'm starting to think about all of the possibilities that I have to turn these things into some serious money. You would think that with me being on here with you guys, with me having these stores and having these stores for a little while now, I would know these things, right? But there was something blocking the possibilities from becoming possibilities for me. And I'm going to explain to you exactly what I mean. For so many years, I saw the possibilities of different things occurring in my life. I saw myself married with the family. I saw myself with the big house. I saw myself with all of these wonderful experiences, right? But for some apparent reason, it was always like something was blocking me from actually attracting these things or receiving these things, right? And so as I was sitting here today, it just seemed like all of these possibilities began to flow, and I just began to take action like that. And I had to stop and say, wait a minute, I've known about this stuff for years. Why all of a sudden is it just so easy for me to just jump out and do? And I'm going to tell you why. Because I did some more reflecting over this past weekend about some things in my life and experiences that I had when I was younger. Now, yes, I have gone through these things many and many, many times before, but we really do have layers to us of emotions, memories that we have experienced that are still hidden and embedded deep inside of us. Our body still remembers trauma and drama. Our nervous system has stored so many different experiences within it that even though we see it, we still can't walk in it. And I'm going to tell you something that I discovered. I'm going to read it to you. Seeing possibility and feeling safe enough to act on possibility are two totally different things. So this weekend, I had a very vivid memory from when I was a little girl, and I would get bullied or manipulated out of my money all the time. And I remember thinking how I could never have anything. And what sense did it make for me to have money if all they were going to do was steal it from me or take it from me or bully me out of it? So at a very young age, probably between the ages of 8 and 10, I decided that money wasn't for me. I decided that it was safer for me to not have money than for me to have it, because somebody was always going to do something to me to get it. And even though I have tapped into this before, there was a part of me that was still holding on to that memory, which meant that my nervous system was still blocking money and my body was still blocking money, which means what? Every time money shows up, I'm going to get nervous, I'm going to get anxious, and I'm going to find ways to give it away, to release it, or situations and circumstances are going to come up that are always going to cause money to leave me. And it was because of the energy that I was carrying. It was because of the beliefs that I had from when I was a little girl and my money was always being stolen from me, or somebody was always manipulating it out of my hands. I have not felt safe with money for years. And this is what's happening to many of you who are watching this video. You have to really take the time to reflect on your life and the things that have hurt you. You're going to have to go back and face those things, because it's like a bag full of holes. No matter how much you try to fill it up, there's always going to be a leakage. There's always going to be a drainage. In other words, no matter how much money you get, there's always going to be something that's going to show up that's going to cause that money to leave you. No matter how good the relationship is, there's always going to be something that's going to cause sabotage to where the relationship ends. And a lot of times it's because of the trauma and the drama that we've experienced from childhood that is stored within our soul and our bodies. Stored within our systems. When I tell y'all, I've gone through this stuff. I couldn't teach it if I didn't live it. I've healed from a whole lot of stuff, to the point where the weight, the physical weight, yes, the fat started to fall off of my body because I was healing my wounded and broken soul. Okay, so I'm not feeding y'all no fluff. I done been here and done this and been here and done this for many years. Over 10 years, I've been working on healing my soul. Okay, and yet stuff is still showing up. It's not that the windows of heaven are closed over you. It's that you have the blinds closed to where you can't see the light. You can't see that the windows of heaven are open because of the things from your past that need to be healed. This weekend, when I had that memory, I went into that memory in my mind, in my imagination, which is something that I will be teaching in this community, how you can go back and you can revise that memory in your mind. So as I'm remembering this, I remember the feeling that I had. That child is still there in me and you. The one who was hurt, the one who was wounded, the one who was mistreated, the one who was teased or picked on, or whatever it was that you experienced. That inner child is the one who is making a lot of your decisions when you feel challenged. You know what the inner voice was? The inner voice was, anytime money would show up, no. Don't do that. That's what I heard this weekend. No, don't do that. Don't do that. If you do that, we're going to get in trouble. No. Don't step out and allow yourself to be seen, because if you do that, they're going to make fun of you. They're going to tease you. They're going to pick on you. They're going to laugh at you. This is what the inner child within me was saying. What do these things represent? Shame, embarrassment, fear of what's going to happen because of what has happened in the past. So I'm going to tell you how I revised that. The me that I am looking at you went to that version of me that was that little girl that was petrified of being seen and petrified of having money, and wrapped my arms around her in my mind, wide awake but not awake. You understand what I'm saying? And looked her in her eyes and said, they cannot hurt you anymore. And I am saying that to the child that is in you, that is present as you are watching this video and looking at me speak. They cannot hurt you anymore. You are safe now. They can't hurt you anymore because they're no longer allowed to hurt you. And I come back to you, the you who you are today, and I tell you, become the person that child needed to rescue them back then, and your life will completely change. I had to become the person that bullied, picked on, robbed, cheated, manipulated, scared little girl was crying out to have to come help her, that never showed up until now. I am the version that she needed back then. And I say that to you today. You have become or are becoming the version that scared little boy or little girl needed back then. Now the money ideas are flowing, and I'm able to flow in those ideas because I went back and healed another layer of a version of me that was still afraid of being seen and still afraid of having the capacity to not just get money, but hold it, truly invest it, and truly increase it. This is what we do here. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. When you start to feel nervous or fearful or apprehensive about certain things that are supposed to be good for you, when you get a chance, take a minute to search out that feeling and where is it coming from? Why is it here? Because chances are it's that inner child that feels threatened by you moving forward because of what has happened in your past. And I'm telling you, you can go into your imagination, into your mind, and you can go as you are, as that little girl, to that little girl, and tell her, you're safe now. I got you, and God's got us, and can't nobody hurt you anymore. Those same people who did you wrong, you will never have to worry about again. And I guarantee you that God is right there to support you in that decision. Oh, I hope this helped you. I hope this blessed you the way the experience I had this weekend blessed me. And please email me, leave a comment. Let me know if this resonated with you. If you need more help, let me know if you want me to create more exercises that will help with this. I am going to continue with this because this is a part of healing the nervous system. This is a part of you learning how to operate from the spiritual part of you, tapping into your soul so that your body can be in alignment with what your spirit and your soul has decided. This is how powerful we are. This is how God has given us the power to be transformed. Where do we have to start that? In the mind. I pray your mind was renewed as I shared this with you today. Until next time, be blessed.